Didn't have a lot going for me, and I didn't really see a whole lot of opportunities in front of me, so I said, what the hell, I'll give it a shot, I'll try it. Really the big thing for me is that I gave it a shot. I was at a point in my life where some things started occurring that I was speaking into existence. I was like, man, I guess this is real. I guess this is something that actually works. To a certain extent, I've really just lived my life by that principle. One of the things that makes it easy to look at the law of attraction and think it's bullshit, right? I think talking about it and saying it and writing it down and creating a vision board and all of those things, I think that that's the first step. The key is you have to truly envision yourself having those things. You can't just say, I want a big house, because everybody wants a big house, but you really don't want that. It has to be stuff that you actually truly want in your life, because once you explain those things and once you write those things down and put them on your vision board, it takes massive action after that to go and get it. Saying them and writing them down really just makes them more than just thoughts in your brain. It gives them real actual meaning, and it gives you something specific to actually work towards. Going through the experience of having a child when I was 18 years old, and then having my child only live for 12 days, that was extremely difficult. It put me in kind of a horrible mental state for about 7 years. It's an experience that taught me a lot. It's an experience that showed me a lot of who I am as a person. I just don't think that I realized it at that particular time. It took some time to figure out that whatever the case is, it can always be worse, right? That's really what it gave me and what I learned from that. Yeah, I don't know that I'll ever actually be able to say that I crossed the finish line, because there's always stuff that I want to do, and once I cross the finish line, there's always going to be another finish line. I'm always going to add another finish line. I'm always going to push myself to see what else can be done and what else can happen. The one thing to remember with all of that, though, is that cross whatever finish line will, and just be happy in that. I think for me to be happy, I'm always going to be kind of striving to do better and pushing myself to get better. And to me, that is the finish line, is continuing to run the race, continuing to push beyond what's been accomplished. Positivity books or law of attraction books or the motivational speakers that are on Facebook and Instagram, they all tell you to keep successful people around you. There's all these sayings about, you are the sum of the 5 people that you hang around with most, and all of those things. And I think that that's completely accurate. I think it took me a long time to see that in action as well, but around the time when I was about 23, 24 years old, I started surrounding myself with business people and entrepreneurs and people who had ambitions. And I didn't really know I was surrounding myself with these people at the time. I just needed a job, so I didn't really know I was surrounding myself with those people until kind of after the fact. But yeah, I think that's one of the more crucial things that you can have in your life is having people around you that are motivated and ambitious, and even people who are beyond you, beyond where you're at. It can be a struggle to be the smartest person in the room or the most ambitious person in the room, because nobody is pulling you up. You're pulling everybody along with you, which there's certainly something to be said for that as well. But making sure that you surround yourself with good people and people who are going places and people who are ambitious is extremely important. Going back to your question on having a good support system, I think you got to go out there and make yourself a good kind of professional support system as well. Achieving is kind of a weird word, I guess. Like, it feels great to achieve things. It feels good to move forward and to do things that maybe you didn't think were possible, or other people didn't think you had in you. So yeah, I think it's one of those things where it feels great to achieve, and it feels great to to continue to push boundaries, and that's probably why I'll never stop running the race and never stop being ambitious about the things that I want to accomplish. But as of right now, I'm happy and I love where I'm at, and I think the things that I've accomplished in my life right now are awesome. My name is Rusty Fanning. I'm a State Farm agent in Colorado Springs, Colorado.